Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're amazing. I hope you're having a wonderful day and you're getting that vitamin C chat. Guys, I haven't done a sit down story time whatever video in a very long time. Okay, so today that's what we are doing. Please mind the background doesn't look really nice and aesthetic right now, but that's because I'm also working. I'm just taking a little break and I'm gonna do a little bit of makeup. I'm not gonna be too much. I'm not gonna do too much when it comes to my makeup because I am just sitting in the house and I'm working. And yeah, I've been binge watching a girl tell stories since last night. Like, she has an 83-part story time on TikTok. I'll leave a link to her TikTok so that you can also indulge in that. But yeah, today we are having some lychee soda from Woolworths. Let me pour it in here because the bottle ain't doing justice for me. So pretty. I love the lychee. Oh, the lighting is also shit, but it's fine. I'm not using any additional lighting. I'm just working with natural lighting right now. So if the lighting is horrible, I'm sorry. So as you can tell by the title, I was a very reckless child. I was a very reckless child growing up. So this story is basically about how I kissed the DJ on stage at my older sister's sweet 16 birthday. So let's get into it. Everybody in my story is obviously going to have a fake name as per usual, because girl, I'm also gonna be doing like my makeup. I don't know if I did mention, but I'm also just gonna be doing a little bit of my makeup today. So yeah, let's get into the video. I was in grade 7 when this took place, and we lived in Roodepoort, and the primary school that I was in was not too far from high schools and stuff. Okay, so basically whenever I would come home from school, I would always bump into the high school kids and all that. And there was nothing wrong with it. I mean, I grew up around like people who are much older than me. Like, my sister had friends who were older than her, and I'd hang out with her and them sometimes. And even with my cousins, all of them were like way older than me. But I would just like hang out with them. I don't know, there's something so nice about hanging out with older people. I don't know, I've always just liked it. So, oh, please also excuse me if I'm like a bit rusty when it comes to telling the story and doing my makeup at the same time. I haven't done this in a long ass time. So, yar. But yeah, anyway, I was in grade 7 and I had never had like a boyfriend like that. I mean, like, I did have like a play boyfriend when I was like much younger. I think maybe like when I was like 8 years old or something, but not like a boyfriend. Like, you know, I was still a fucking kid. Okay, cool. So I'm in grade 7 and it's CV's day at school, and I had these beautiful like pants that my mom had bought me from Small Street. It was like purple and it was sparkly. It was like skinny jeans. It was purple. It was sparkly and shiny and all that. Oh, my skin has been breaking out lately. Yeah, it was purple sparkly jeans that I loved, and around that time the colors that were trending was to wear blue and purple together. So I was wearing blue and purple on CV's day and I looked really good, and I was walking home, had my afro out, you know. I also didn't really have a proper phone at the time. I mean, I was a kid, okay? And if you're watching this, please don't judge me. Okay, cool. So I'm on my way home and by the stop sign. There's like a street from my primary school. You would go straight down this road, and then by the stop sign there's like a shopping center, like with ShopRites and movie shops and stuff, right? And in that, by that area, that's where this guy, we'll call him Floyd. Let's call him Floyd. So Floyd was chilling by the stop sign with his friends, and I came down the street, right? And they were staring at me. And mind you, I'm a big boned girl, so I've always looked older than my age because of like my structure. And I don't blame people. Like now that I'm older, I don't blame people for also thinking that I'm older than my age. I am a big boned girl and I'm tall, so yeah, I just don't have the boobs like that. Okay, cool, whatever. This guy, Floyd, he starts greeting me from a distance, but I'm like ignoring them. And also I was like so scared because I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe these people are gonna attack me, something, like I don't know. I was just like so scared. So Floyd runs to me eventually, and then he's like, hey, sorry, I'm talking to you. So I was like, yeah, what's up? And then he's like, my name is Floyd, I think you're really beautiful, what's your name? So I lied about my name because I'm like, I don't know who this person is. So I lied blatantly, flat out, with no facial expression. I was just like, my name is Amber Smith. He's like, oh, Amber Smith. And mind you, I'm young. I keep saying I'm young. It's very obvious, very young. Okay. But I also don't know how to act when the guy's approaching you. Okay. So around this time, I'm just like going with the flow from whatever I've seen on TV, right? Cool. Yeah. So now Floyd tells me how much he likes me, and he tells me that he wants to meet up with me, or like not meet up with me, sorry. He tells me that he wants us to exchange numbers and get to know each other better. And at that time it was mixed days. So I was like, cool, we can get each other's mixed handles and chat there, right? Sharp. Also, I'm sorry if it's like a bit noisy because all the doors are open. It's extremely hot. Right, okay, cool, sharp. So we exchanged numbers, or I don't remember how you add someone on Mixit, but we added each other on Mixit and we started chatting. Now, when I got home that very day, I told my sister like, yo sis, I met this guy. And my sister and I, like, we used to be like that close. Like I would tell her everything, she would tell me everything. So I told her like, hey, I met this guy Floyd and he's in high school. Oh, I forgot to mention, Floyd was in high school. He was in, I think, grade 11 or matric. I can't remember clearly, but he was like way older than me, right? Cool. Nonetheless, he had photoshopped his pictures so much to the point that when my sister and I were looking at his pictures on Facebook, it didn't, like, for me, it didn't look like him. You know, in person, he looked different, like a bit unattractive in a way, but it's fine. It's fine. Sharp. Me and Floyd, we chat back and forth. Now, mind you, before we moved to Mandalore, to Witburg, my lashes are also fucked up, guys. Just please act like I look put together. So before we moved to Witburg, we used to live in Davidsonville, and obviously when we're living in Davidsonville, we formed like really close friendships with the locals, and we would go and visit almost every weekend, right? So me and my sister would go, before we used to take like our younger brothers, right? We would go to Davidsonville and visit our friends. And around this time, the Floyd wanted us to meet up because it was like his birthday was approaching. I can't remember. Was his birthday approaching? Yeah, his birthday was approaching. And mind you, this entire time I'm lying to Floyd. I told him that I'm 16, I'm in high school, I do business studies. Like he was schooling at Princess High, which is the high school that I actually ended up going to. And then this high school across Princess High was Addis, the other lot. So I lied and said that I'm in Addis and I'm in grade 10 and I'm doing business studies and consumer studies. Da, 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 da. He even asked, like, oh my gosh, shit, so do you know this person? And I lied and I was like, yeah, I know who they are. I did not know anyone. I did not know anyone that this person was asking me that I know, but I was just going with the flow, bitch, because like, what am I gonna say? I've already lied. So yeah, cool. Yeah, he eventually comes a time when he's like, you know, he wants to meet up with me. Eventually comes a time where he wants to meet up with me for his birthday. He wants to celebrate his 18th birthday with me, his girlfriend, right? Hey guys, so I'm like to him, yes babe, we'll celebrate your birthday together, we'll go to the mall, go to the movies, da, 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 da. Shame, he was such an innocent guy in a way. Yeah, but long story short, I misled this guy and we are chatting back and forth now. Back and forth, me and this guy are chatting and he's telling me like you know, he's updating me with, like, throughout the week we are chatting, he's telling me what he's gonna wear, and plus he liked hip-hop things, like hip-hop clothes, like YMCMB and stuff like that. What a time. YMCMB. Cool. He's telling me that he likes YMCMB and this, that, and the third, right? And I was like, wow. I'm just like, wow, okay, cool. He's a hip-hop guy, and I don't know what was, I had no business falling for no YMCMB guys at that age, okay? But I was. But moving on, let's pretend like this is normal, okay? So yeah, I also tell my friends that I'm visiting at in Davidsonville. I tell them that, oh my gosh guys, I got a boyfriend, his name is Floyd, this and that, and they're like, wow, let me do my browser, I'm coming back. He's a hip-hop guy. And my friends are like so impressed. They were so impressed with me. They were like, what? Bree, you've got this guy, Mr. Hip Hop. You've got this guy, Mr. Hip Hop, want to see his pictures, da, da, da. And you know, we would call him at night, like all of us on the phone. Oh, your voice sounds so nice. Yo guys, this is so cringy. Like everything I'm saying in this video right now is so cringy. But anyway, cool. So that entire week leading up to Floyd's birthday, him and I are talking and he's telling me about everything that he's gonna, like everything that he's gonna bring, or like what cologne, down to what cologne he's gonna wear. He's telling me what outfit he's gonna wear. He's telling me about our color theme. The color theme was supposed to be red, white, and black, which is the color of Bulls, because he was gonna be wearing the Bulls outfit, like the sweatpants and everything, like yo, the whole fucking shits, right? Cool. And I'm just out here hyping up my man, of course, on Mixit with my 13 or 14. How old was I? Probably 13. My 13 or 14-year-old self busy hyping up my man. It's me out here busy hyping up my man for his birthday and his outfit, and I'm also telling him like, yes babe, I'll also wear red, white, and black so we can match. And he's like, yeah babe, wear your sneakers, we gonna wear our sneakers, this, that, and the third, right? Cool. And I'm in my head, I don't know what made me believe that I was really gonna go and see this man. Like, I don't know what made me believe so hard that, you know what, yeah, this is my daughter, and I'm gonna go and see him, and I'm gonna go and be with him, and I'm gonna celebrate his birthday with him, and I'm gonna buy him a gift. With what fucking money? I was 12, like not 12, I was 13 or 14. I was in grade 7, bruh. Like what the fuck? And also him, didn't he see that this girl is playing me? Because every time he'd want to meet up with me, I'd always like lie to him and postpone shit and all that. Cool. Fast forward, his birthday rolls around, right? And this was in June holidays, and I remember because he's a Cancer. So I go to Davidsonville to spend my June holidays with my friends, in Davidsonville. And at that time, obviously, like, my friends were older than me. They were in grade 8 and 9, and I was the youngest one in the friendship group, meaning I was in grade 8. And I did not know whatever they knew, and I did not see whatever they were seeing in high school, right? Because apparently in high school, the boys are nicer. That's what I heard. Cool. Now, me and this guy have been chatting it up on Mixit, and I've been telling him that I'm gonna meet him at the mall. I'm gonna meet him at Westgate. Who the fuck is shouting outside? You see, oh, when it's so hot, guys, and I have to film with the doors and everything open, like empara. But it's fine. Oh, and these people, like, they shout. But yeah, anyway, so fast forward, now it's literally the day of us having to meet up with each other for his birthday, and he's been texting me since that morning. Like, he was so excited. He was telling me about how this is all he's ever wanted, like, for us to meet up, this and that. And I'm also like telling him, I've always wanted to meet up with you too, babe. Bree. Cool. I now start lying to this guy, and mind you, I'm not telling anyone that I promised this guy that I was going to meet up with him, because I don't know why. I don't know where did I get it from. I've always been such a private child in my family, like, just private. You won't know what's happening in my life from a very, very young age. Like, even my first period, ain't nobody knew nothing. It was just me, myself, and I. Not even a friend knew for 2 years. So yeah, anyway, I'm now lying to this guy, and I'm hyping him up, and I'm telling him, like, I can't wait to see you, babe, this, that, and the third. And he's telling me that he's taking the taxi now. He's taking the taxi from because he used to live in Kagiso. I don't know where does he live now, but he's telling me, like, he's taking the taxi from his extension to the taxi rank in Kagiso, so that he can take a taxi, like a connecting taxi to Westgate, to the mall, right? And I'm just like, yeah, babe, just let me know when you get to the mall, because I don't want to get there before you, and then I'm like lost and I'm alone. Breathe. So I now tell him that he should tell me when he arrives to the mall, when he arrives at the mall, because then I'm gonna take a taxi to come, because I don't want to get there and be alone at the mall, because, like, I have social anxiety. And I told him that. So he was like, no, don't worry, babe, I'll let you know. You'll start taking. We agreed that I would start making my way to the mall when he sees that he's, like, close enough to the mall now, like when he sees that he's near the mall, right? And I said, okay, babe, no problem. In this time, I don't know how did everything move so quickly, but obviously, like I said, I had all the friends and they were throwing a house party, and they told me about the house party, and I went to this house party. It was my first house party. They used to call it a house. I went to this house party. It was me and my friends and these other guys, right? This guy that I also used to date, and then the guy that I used to date, he dumped me because I wouldn't obviously kiss him and sleep with him, and so he dumped me, idiot. And then he started crying, wanting me back. That guy reminds me of he actually reminds me of, what's his name, Legion. Yeah, so anyways, guys, I obviously do not tell this guy that I'm going to a house party instead of coming to see you. Instead, I'm on my phone lying to this guy back and forth, and I'm so confident and so comfortable with this entire lie, right? Sharp. I don't think he picked up that I was lying. I mean, how could you be so stupid? So I lied to him a whole fucking bunch that entire day until he ended up going home. So basically what had happened was he arrived to the mall and he told me that he's at the mall, and I was like, okay, babe, that's amazing, just give me some time and I'll be with you shortly. I told him I'm on my way, I'm in the taxi. Guys, I lied so hard. I was not in the taxi. I was not on my way. In fact, I was also halfway drunk. That's how I got my nickname at the time, which was Tipsy, because I was so tipsy and they were like, oh my gosh, Brie, you're so drunk. And I was like, I'm not drunk, I'm literally tipsy. I can still see and hear everything. And thank God my father owned a club, because in my dad owning a club, it also led me to doing bad things that I shouldn't be doing, but at least like I knew how to handle alcohol, right? Cool. So I was drunk, well, tipsy, and I kept on lying to this guy, and he kept on saying, you know what, let me just come and fetch you wherever you are, I don't mind paying transport, like extra transport. And I was like, no babe, it's okay, I don't want you to waste your money, I'll be there with you shortly. And then I was like, oh my gosh, there's a car crash in front of me. Hey, and I don't know how did he believe everything that I said. Like, I was literally saying bullshit. I was like, oh my gosh babe, there's been a car crash in front of me, and I was so dramatic. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy flew out of the car, his head landed on the street, this, then, yo. Thank God there was no like serious social media at that time, because things travel so quick on social media, and had there been social media around that time, he was definitely gonna know that I was lying. So cool. I eventually just stopped responding to this guy, and I switched off my phone, and he tried calling me. When I switched on my phone again, like after hours, and I was like, this is after me and my friends got home, right? And we were like making ourselves food because we were drunk and we wanted food, right? And then that's when I saw all the missed calls that this man had left me, and I felt bad-ish. Yo, so I just never got back to him. Like, I just kept quiet and I kept him pushing. And I think he was also worried about me, because he also started like asking his friends to text me to find out like what happened to me. Like, did something also happen to me? Did I also end up in the car crash? What the fuck happened, Brie? And he would like constantly come back and text me and text me and text me. And then eventually I just decided, like, you know what, I feel like I need to talk to someone about this. So that's when I told my sister, and I was honest with her, and I was like, look sis, this is what had happened. I agreed to meet up with this guy, and I didn't meet up with him for his birthday, and I stood him up, and I feel bad now, da da da. And my sister's like, how could you do that? Do you know how painful that? And my sister is so empathetic when it comes to relationships, yo. So she was like lecturing me about the whole thing, and then I think that also irritated me, because I was like, well, be on my fucking side. I know that I did something wrong, but like, bruh, whose side are you on? Mine or his? Okay? Tell me I'm wrong, and then let's move on from it. Okay, cool. My sister eventually moved on from the entire situation, but she told me like, dude, next time you have to go and see your boyfriend, please just let me know, and then I'll try and assist you wherever I can, and I'll cover you, I'll back you up, I'll follow you if I have to. If you're scared, I'll follow you around the mall. Cool. So I was like, sharp. Then I can't remember, some time passed, right? Because we were now chatting on Mixit still, and I wasn't going to see this guy at all. It wasn't even like part of my plans. I just was not ever gonna go and visit this man at his house or anything. And he kept on like sending me these screenshots, screen grabs of Lil Wayne's song, she take off her clothes and she hop in the shower, and then I tell it I don't know if y'all remember that song, then you remember the song. But that's like, he kept on sending me like screenshots of the song, and obviously I'm still in grade 7, I'm basically still dumb. So when he's sending me these screenshots, in my head I'm just thinking like, oh my gosh, this guy absolutely loves Lil Wayne. Kanti, he's telling me how he wants to fuck me. And I'm also very skinny at this time, guys, very but yeah, anyway, me and this guy eventually meet up, but this is like months later. Okay, we eventually meet up at the park near my place, because I told him like, look, I don't want to go far, I don't want to go too far from my home, because my parents are really strict. Like, my parents were extremely strict. So I was like, look, I'm not gonna go too far from home, because should anything happen and my parents start looking for me, I want to be able to just like come home, you know. And he was like, okay, cool, no problem, sharp. Guys, I meet this guy at the park with his friends. Right? and they're drinking Zopra or something like that. And I was like just sitting there like a little princess in the corner, not understanding what the fuck is going on, but I also look good because my sister got me dressed up, right? And he starts telling me about how he like my lips look so good. Did I do something to them? And I'm just like, okay, I know I lied to this guy and I told him that I'm 16, but in my head I'm just like, what would a 16-year-old be doing with cosmetic procedures, whatever? And mind you, let's not forget that the Kardashians was already airing around that time, so I think I knew quite enough about what you call this thing, plastic surgery and lip filler and stuff like that. Was just me, okay? Cool. Yeah, but he was like, him and his friends were just making comments about my lips and my body and this and that and this and that. And then he comes closer to me and he's like, let's kiss. I was just like, I did not know what to do, because I'm like, okay, I don't know how is this kissing thing supposed to work. Like I've gotten dumped so many times because I don't know how to kiss nobody. And yeah, so he was like, nope, I'll teach you how to kiss. And so he kissed me and I was so shocked, and I felt like I was gonna fall pregnant now, because I was like, what? Kissing is pregnancy. Plus I play Sims a lot, so, and in Sims when you kiss you fall pregnant. So in my head I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna fall pregnant now. Cool. Anyway, he started like I think he got too comfortable with me. Firstly, I don't like when people tell me that they gotta take a shit, especially if you're like a guy that we just met and I telling me that you want to go and take a shit. Yo, don't tell me that. But if like we are comfortable with each other and we're obviously in a full committed relationship, or you're like friends, or like, you know, that it's fine, go and take your shit, babe. But yeah, just hold on. Yeah, so anyway, me and this guy sit down, we talk, we're at the park, he's trying to find out more about me. I also got away with the lie that I made up about my name, saying that my name is Amber Smith and I'm colored and this and that, because I look colored. I'm very light skinned and I look colored, so I went with that lie. And him and his friends completely believed me, which I thought in my head the entire time, like, y'all are so fucking stupid. Don't you know that there are black people who can also be light skinned? And I had like a fake colored accent, and they all ate it up. Like they ate it all up. Whatever. I genuinely didn't care, because I was like, okay, I don't know what am I supposed to be doing here. Like, what am I getting out of this actually? But yeah, I just cut the whole meetup short, because I was like, hey, my dad is calling and I have to get home. And he's like, no, it's fine, we'll drop you home. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. That's the first time I saw like, oh, these niggas got cars, right? Cool. So they had a car and they dropped me off by the corner of my home. I told them that they can't drop me off like right there at home, because then I'll get caught and then I'll be grounded and possibly I would get beat up by my parents. So I was like, no, you can't drop me off directly by my house. You can just drop me off by the corner and then I'll walk home from there. And they're like, okay, cool. And now when they dropped me off, this guy starts to get out of the car and hold me and kiss me and touch me, and I'm just like, bruh, I just fucking told you, you bloody idiot. I just told you that my parents are gonna beat me the fuck up if they find me at the corner with you. Plus my father was like, I can't say that, but my father did some stuff, and I was like, you know what, I'm afraid for your life, dude. Like, if it comes down to us, they're gonna kill you, not me. They'll just make me their lifelong slave, okay? Because they love me, but they don't know you. Right, cool. Now I'm finally at home, and obviously my sister knew that I was going to meet up with this guy, but I lied to my parents. I think I told them that I was going to play outside or something. I can't remember. Oh, I think I told them that I was just going to do grocery shopping with my best friend and her mom, right? And my parents ate that up. Great. You know, strict parents raise sneaky children, and I was very fucking sneaky. I knew my way around. Cool. So now fast forward, me and this guy just continue talking on WhatsApp. We keep it to WhatsApp, like we just not WhatsApp, sorry, on to Facebook and mix it. We keep our conversation limited to those platforms, right? And mind you, this entire time I'm just like going with the flow, whatever he's saying. Half the time my sister was the one responding for me, so I think this is how she got a hold of his number and his fucking BBM and his mix it, because my sister had my password and everything, like, you know, that's my homegirl. Cool. So of course, seeing that my sister would be replying to the messages for me half the time, right? And this guy would sometimes ask me for nudes, and I would be like, oh, I'm not like, you know, I'm very conservative. I lied to him. I was like, I'm Muslim. I don't do those things. Like, I have to be covered up. And plus that lie of me being Muslim, it worked a lot because a large part of my family is Muslim anyway. And I knew how they would conduct themselves. So it wasn't hard for me to like get information about how Muslim women and those who do not wear the hijab and all that, how they also conduct themselves. So I lied and said I was Muslim and I cannot send nudes and stuff like that, and he ate it up. He believed me, thank fucking God, because I don't know, like, I just, woo, child, I was way too young to be thinking about sending anybody nudes. Okay, so cool. Now my sister's sweet 16 is coming up, and my sister had like dope friends. Like, I loved my sister's friends, okay? Old, young, all of them were so dope, right? Cool. And my sister was, or my sister's, what do I say? Our parents had like friends that were really, really wealthy, okay? Like, my parents were also quite well off around that time still, but they had extremely wealthy friends, okay? Karen and Gobus. I loved them so much. I don't know where they are now, but they were like, okay, look, it's Disha's sweet 16 and we want to give you a gift, so we will pay for the party. So we was so excited. We had a whole cake. Well, she had a cake. She had a whole Hawaiian cake. The theme was Hawaii, right? So it was a Hawaiian cake. It was, obviously we have a swimming pool. We had drinks. My parents owned a club, so of course we had alcohol for decades. We had shisha, we had everything, and there was a lot of meat because my dad also had shares with like a butchery or something. I can't remember, but yeah, we were all set for that party. And obviously my sister brought all her friends, and I was like, hey sis, can I please invite my best friend? And I invited my best friend at the time. If you watch my channel, you know the story time of me saying that, like, when you're friends with a boy crazy girl, she was a boy crazy girl that I was friends with, right? Cool. I don't remember what I named her there, but yeah, she doesn't really need a name in the story. Cool. So I call Bestie and I tell Bestie that, hey, my sister agreed to you being my +1 to her party, so will you be able to make it tonight? Plus my sister Loki kind of had a crush on Bestie's brother from Cape Town, because, like, you know, he was also really cute, though I won't lie, he was a cute man. So Bestie was like, okay, cool, no problem, I'll just tell my parents and I'll tell my brothers to take me to your place later on. I was like, sharp. And then my sister decides, when her friends were done doing her makeup, she decides that this is the perfect time to drop the other shoe. You know what's the other shoe? She calls me into the bedroom, and obviously she's my sister, it's a special day. I went to the room without like complaining first. So I went to the room and she's like, I've got a very special gift for you today. And I was like, Tisha, what is the gift? What's the gift? My sister was like, yeah, I invited your boyfriend. I was like, what? You know what? I invited your boyfriend. I was like, what do you mean you invited my boyfriend? She's like, Floyd. I invited Floyd. Fuck me dead. Sorry for my language, but I was like, and he agreed? She's like, yeah. And all her friends, All her friends were so happy. Yeah, you didn't tell us that you have a boyfriend now. Oh my god. Now remember, I'm very private in this like whole fucking life thing that I do. I don't really tell. Like now I'm a bit more open with my friends and with like certain people in my life, but I'm also really private, okay? So they don't know, no one knows, not even my best friend knows that I have lied to this guy and told him that my name is Amber Smith and that I am in grade 10 and I'm doing business studies and I'm a full colored girl and this, that, and the third. Nobody knows this lie of mine. So when my sister tells me that she invited him and she and her friends were like all in on it and they were so excited, in my head I'm thinking, fuck, now I have to talk about my private life. Like, this is like personal shit, guys. So I dragged my sister to the side and I'm like, babe, listen to me carefully. And she's like, yes, what's up? So I was like, I see you tried to do something really thoughtful for me and I really appreciate it, but I have a problem. She's like, what's the problem? And then I tell her, I dropped the shoe, I dropped the whole fucking ball, and I tell her like, look, I've lied to this guy. This guy's actually like 18 and I'm 14, babe. Basically 4 years older than me. I'm a minor. And I told her like, babe, I lied about my whole identity to this guy and you went on to invite him to your birthday. Now mind you, let's get this thing very, very straight over here, okay guys? It was not hard for me to lie to people about my identity, specifically my race and my name, because I do look colored to a lot of people, and that is something that I've gotten used to. Like I've just accepted when I come across people that, I've accepted that when I come across people, most of the time they think that I'm colored, and I'm like, okay, well that's fine. But now it also, like, I also have sort of like an advantage on my side because my siblings, all my siblings, especially my half siblings and my stepsister, all of them look Muslim. Like they all look Arabic. If you put them in a line, they look Arabic. You would never say that they are half black. Okay, cool. So now I tell my sister, I brief her about it, and she's like, okay, cool, don't worry, I got your back, I'll back you up, sharp. Now fast forward, I now have to update Bestie, and I tell Bestie like, look babe, plans have changed a bit. Like it's still the birthday, we still have the plans, but now here's the deal. Okay, I've lied to my boyfriend. She's like, what do you mean, Tommy? What do you mean you lied? Listen, okay, listen. I lied and I told him that my name is Amber Smith. I'm 16, I'm in grade 10, and I'm doing consumer studies and business studies at the Adelaide. You are gonna come to this birthday party and you're gonna be in on the live with me. Are you in or you out? She's like, I'm in. I'm like, cool. I told my sister and I told all her friends, okay? I was like, well, those were the friends that had arrived first, which was Nisi and all of them, very gorgeous women. Sharp. So I told them like, look guys, I lied about my age and everything, and they were all looking at me so disappointed in the passage like this. Now you can imagine how intimidating that is for someone who is like 13, 14. Well, actually now at that age, because I had already turned 14, like you can imagine how intimidating it is for a 14-year-old to be standing in a passage full of like 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 16-year-olds, men and women, well, boys and girls, who were actually quite built big, actually. Okay, so yeah, it looked like I was in a room full of men and women, and they were all just staring at me, dead silence. You could literally hear a pin drop, and I was just standing there and I was like, guys, please just fucking lie for me. Please lie for me. I know some of you guys are not pathological liars, but please lie for me. And they were like, why did you lie? And I was like, guys, listen, I didn't know what to do. It's my first time in this shit. It's my first day on the job, okay? Cool. They all have my back on this shit, okay? Everybody's getting ready, my parents are preparing, like we're all cooking, we're preparing everything for the party because the party is going down, and the people who are coming, they're also inviting other people, because when it is a sweet 16 party, a birthday celebration in an entire massive yard, because we had a big ass yard, okay, and y'all are all left with the house alone. What the fuck do you think is like? Of course people are going to invite other people later on. When we all get drunk, you're going to invite somebody else, and somebody else is going to invite somebody else, so it gets packed, right? Cool. Yeah, fast forward, same day, the DJ arrives and now he's fixing his set, and I greet him. His name was Matthew. Yeah, very nice guy. I greet Matthew. I think Matthew's cute. He was a nerd because he wore like these big ass glasses, but he was like a DJ, nice type of DJ. He was wearing Vans and All Stars, I can't remember, and chinos something. This person is a very important character in the story as well. Okay, and then my sister had another best friend. His name was Leslie. Leslie was so handsome. Leslie, so handsome, so calm, so down to earth, and every girl liked Leslie because of how gorgeous that guy is. Now here we are, all preparing for my sister's birthday, and Floyd texts me and he's like, babe, I'm on my way. And I was like, okay, cool. Because it was like dark now. Now it was like dark outside. And he's like, babe, I'm on my way now. I'll just let you know when I'm there because I'm going to come with my friend, right? And I was like, okay, cool, no problem. You'll come with your friend. It's fine. Now remember, guys, what I told you. My sister's friends are so hot, especially the females. They were all super hot. And my sister's boyfriend had also very handsome men friends, male friends. Right, cool. So now I tell Bestie, because now Bestie arrives to the party, and I tell Bestie, I'm like, Bestie, please remember that this is the plan for tonight. Okay, Bestie's like, friend, don't worry, I got you. So obviously I'm still a kid, so I'm just like, you know, I think I'm gonna take a red square for now, because like I need a red square. I need a fucking drink because I'm stressed out. Cool. We sing happy birthday to my sister. Everything is nice. I'm drinking my red square, and my parents leave with obviously their best friends, which is the couple that paid for the entire party because they were like, this is a gift and what, right? Cool. So my parents leave, and now we're officially all youngins in the yard, and it's going down, you know. Everybody in the club get tipsy. Dun, 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 dun. You know, and it's going down. And then, and like, I'm checking my phone as well, and I see that, no man, time is passing and this person still hasn't arrived. I'm checking my phone and I'm seeing that time is going by and this person still hasn't arrived. And then I call him and he's like, no, I'm in your street now. So I was like, okay, cool. Mind you, it's dark in my street and there's no houses across our houses because it's just like a strip full of houses, and it's the street, and across the street it's a veld. And it just goes all the way, and then there's like a mini forest on the top, and then there's a highway on the other side. So you can imagine how dark it is in that street, and not all the street lights work in that street, right? Cool. So now when this guy says he's arrived and he's outside, I'm standing outside, and it's like a long driveway to go up to the backyard, right? So I'm standing outside with my bestie, and I'm like, where are you? I don't see you. And remember I said that this guy edits his pictures a lot on Facebook, so I did not know the extent of how dark skinned he was. And me saying this, I'm not throwing shade to people who are dark skinned. Okay, I have a lot of dark skinned, like really melanated family members, nieces and nephews who are very melanated. But I'm saying at that time, with my age, I was like shocked, okay? Because I was not really exposed to that at that age. Remember this, I'm not colorist. So cool, me and my friend, we both standing outside, and you can imagine how scared we were, even though we were in the yard safe and sound and our dogs are there. But I'm just like, what the fuck's gonna happen now? And I watched way too many horror movies, so I'm like telling this guy, like, I don't see you outside, where are you? And then he's like, I'm in front of you, I'm looking at you right now. And mind you, we are standing right there, guys. I got so scared because I was like, I do not see anybody. Eventually I see white socks and sneakers, right? Then I was like, Floyd? He's like, yes, babe. I was like, oh, yeah, you are. Wow. So I opened the gate. Him and his friend come through. Him and the friend were both very melanated, but they were dressed very well. But I didn't realize how unattractive Floyd was. Like, I was just reminded by it when he arrived to the party. And mind you, my sister has always dated a very handsome man, like a very handsome boy. Those boys where you could find them in a magazine. Okay, that's how handsome her boyfriends were, and that's how gorgeous her guy friends were. So those are the type of guys I was exposed to, because like I said, I hung out with them quite a lot, and those are the looks that I am used to. So Floyd's looks were very new to me, and Bestie stares at me and she's like, are you sure this is the right guy? It's like, yeah, this is the right guy, because Bestie also saw his pictures on Facebook and he did not look like his pictures on Facebook. But anyway, I give him a hug and a long and we go up to the driveway, to the backyard, to the party. Cool. And then I bring him close to my sister and her close friends by their group where they were sitting, and I'm like, guys, this is Floyd, this is guys. And then they all introduce themselves, everybody talks and and then I look at them, I look at them again and I'm like, Amber, okay, Amber. And they all nod their heads and they're like, oh, we see that you are here with Amber. How did you guys meet? You know, they were actually being very welcoming towards him, which I really appreciated. Sharp, I get camp chairs for us. in the house and drinks, and we sit down and we are talking. Him and I are talking, getting to know each other. But now, like, it's also very awkward because I don't know what to do in this situation. I've never been in a relationship. I've never spoken to an older man. I don't know if I'm being cringy, if I'm not being cringy. Like, it was just so awkward for me. So eventually I'm just like, you know what, I'm coming back, let me just go inside the house, I just need to get something. And he's like, okay, cool. I can't remember what was happening, but I remember Bestie was also like sitting and chilling with him and also lying on her behalf about like us for me and her, right? And I was busy getting us drinks, right? And in this process of Bestie lying for her and I to this guy for the whole thing to go well, right? He starts staring at my sister's best friend's ass, Nisi. And Nisi had a sexy body, and she had a body like Nicki Minaj, okay? And at that time, of course, YMCMB is trending, and who's trending as well? Nicki is having my song. Anyway, guys, yeah, so Nicki is obviously trending around this time, and who else is looking like Nicki? Nisi. And I'm skinny. I'm a very skinny babe. Nisi is looking very voluptuous, very hot, very sexy, right? And this idiot, Floyd, and the best friend were both staring Google eyes at Nisi's ass, and the condiments and the snacks were like directly in front of us because we were sitting like right here, and then the DJ's booth was like over here, right? Cool. So now I'm like, hey, step out of it. Why are you staring at her ass? And he's like, oh no, sorry, busy like fixing himself, sorry. And I'm just like, let me get us another drink. So I stand up to go and get us another drink, okay? And the DJ and I were having a conversation. I can't remember what we were talking about, but I don't remember what the DJ was actually talking about, but we were having a conversation. And I obviously, when I turn around from getting, because the drinks were in the Lapa, that's where the DJ stage was and everything, cool. So I get drinks from the Lapa, and as I turn around, I see how Nisi is sitting on top of Floyd, and he's rubbing her booty on the side, and you know. So I'm just like, and I'm like, Floyd, and he's like ignoring me. He looked, I remember he did this, he looked at me, and then he continued talking to her. Yeah, let me tell you, I've never been so annoyed, but then I was like, you know what, I'll show you who the fuck I am. And you know what I did? I just sat there for a moment, and my friend came to me, Bestie came to me, and she was like, can you see what's happening? And I was like, I can clearly see what's happening. Even my sister was like, can you see what's happening? I could clearly see what's happening, guys. Let me take control of the situation. Nisi's sitting on his ass, on his lap. He's rubbing her ass, and I called him, and he ignored me flat and blind. Ignored me, okay? So I took the drink that I had given, like that I had taken out of the cooler of the fridge for him, and I gave it to the DJ, and I went to the DJ, And I stood there by him, and he was DJing, and I was listening to his music, and we were dancing. And I was like, hey, can you please play my favorite song? And he's like, what's your favorite song? I was like, Shining Star by Nika. He's like, oh, I love that song too. And if you don't know it, it goes like, oh, 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 shining star, when you look out to me, yeah, you, That song was playing, and I was in love with that song. And as the song was playing and I'm dancing, I turned, I looked at the DJ, I grabbed him, I kissed him. While the DJ was DJing and my song was playing and playing right, grabbed DJ here and said, and Floyd watched the whole thing. And it wasn't just it was a whole, especially because, like, mind you, I've never kissed anyone like that. I've never kissed Floyd like that. It was the first time I'm kissing somebody properly, and that was Matthew. And I went all in, and I did not regret it. I even took him from the booth. He let the music play, because obviously it wasn't a memory stick. It was gonna play on its own. So I took him from the booth, took him inside the house, took him to my bedroom. My bedroom had a couch. We didn't have a door because my dad removed the door for me and my sister, because my parents were that strict that they ended up removing our bedroom door because we were always in the bedroom. So yeah, and also nothing happened. Please don't go that far. Nothing happened. We were chilling on the couch in my room, and we're kissing. And I shared a room with my sister, and my sister's friend was passed out on our bed, right? So I was on the couch kissing this guy, rubbing his hair, because he had like long curly hair, you know, colored boys and their hair, long curly hair. I'm not sure, I'm rubbing it and kissing it, and I was sitting on top of him. Hey, and Floyd followed me into the house. And when he followed me into the house and he saw me in my room, and he was like, Amber, and I looked at him and I continued. Because what did you think was gonna happen? You thought that you were just gonna be sitting and rubbing on another woman's booty in front of me, look me dead in the eye, and ignore me and continue. And I was just gonna let it slide. I'm sure I was his first deep heartbreak. This guy cried. Let me tell you. So remember the cute guy friend of my sister, Leslie, with the blue eyes, the hot guy. So he came into the room, and he's the one who took me off the guy, and he was like, Bree, what the fuck is going on right now? And then I explained to him, and he's like, and Floyd is standing by the door. He's like, how the fuck did you do this to me? And I just said to Matthew, please go back to the booth. And yeah. And then I went to the trampoline. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I just completely ignored everybody. I looked at Floyd up and down, walked out of the house, went to the trampoline. Bestie was on the trampoline with her guy. I don't know who she was with, but she was kissing somebody, right? And I went to get shots. Like, I think I got like 6 shots, right? Because they were like already poured out for everyone. I got like 6 shots, went to the trampoline, chased that guy away, the guy that was kissing my best friend. I chased him away. He went to chill with his friend. I gave my friend 3 shots, and I drank 3 shots back to back. And I told her what happened, and she was like, what the fuck were you doing? Why did you do that? And I was like, calm down now. I told you I was gonna handle business, and I handled it, okay? This guy, Floyd, comes out of the house later on. I think he was fixing himself up. Comes out of the house, finds me on the trampoline, and drags me off the trampoline. So I was like, what the fuck's going on? So I sat on the stairs, which was by like our patio. I sat on the stairs, and he was standing up, and I'm now drunk because I've been drinking I don't know how many fucking things. There was also another thing that they made with hot sauce and like with the Tabasco, like shots with Tabasco, something like I had a whole lot of that. So my insides are on fire. I'm also drunk, and I'm just out to have like to get revenge to this guy. Because what you mean I'm gonna bring you around my family, I'm gonna bring you around my people, my sister's people, okay? And then you're gonna fucking sit there and rub on another woman's booty while I'm there. I get I'm skinny and I didn't have booty at the time, but come the fuck on, brother. Cool. He is now crying and telling me how much I hurt his feelings and telling me that I broke his heart. And I was just like, well, you also broke my heart, babe. you really broke my heart. And he's like, yeah, but like, what do you mean? Why were you doing what you were doing? And I was like, brother, sorry, pick it up is here. You can hear the truck outside. So I was like, yeah, but you know what you were doing. You were rubbing on her booty and I was calling you. Why didn't you come? Why didn't you like chase her away or something? And he was like, no, I didn't think you were gonna take it personally. I'm sorry, but how could you do this to me? And I was just like, I think we have to break up. Yeah, did he not cry? He cried, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I need to be honest with you, I'm not in love. I was really trying with this one, but also I'm really young, and I was like, my real name is Ritabile, yeah, Ritabile Bridget Chabalala. So yeah, I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry. And I also asked my sister's friends to lie to you about my name. Yo, he cried again, and I think he ended up leaving. I can't remember, but he was in shambles when he left. And I just went to bed, and my sister and her friends came through, and they were like, what the fuck was wrong with you? And I explained to them the situation, and Nisi was like, yeah, but he did ask me to sit on his lap because he said that I'm really hot. So I'm like, you see, why the fuck am I gonna be so sad about a guy who's actively asking another woman to sit on his lap, and he's gonna rub her booty in front of me? So why should I feel bad? I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. Fuck that and fuck him. Okay? Because I'm so sorry for the pick it up. I don't know why is it taking so long to leave. But anyway, fast forward, like we all passed out in my sister and I's room, all over the house. Like half of the people at the party, we all passed out at the house. And yeah, the following morning my parents came home. They ruined the vibe. I won't lie, my parents ruined the vibe because I think they had a fight the night before wherever the fuck they were, because obviously my dad's girlfriend came to the gate looking for my dad, and he was like acting like he doesn't know who the fuck she is. But my sister knew who she was, and my sister knew her exact name, and she told my mom that, hey, this is dad's girlfriend, and this is her name, and this is what she does, and this is where she lives. I don't know how my sister knew all that information, but she knew it, and she told my mama. But anyway, we move forward. My parents came home. Obviously they killed the vibe of last night because we went to sleep around 6 a.m. My parents came home around 7 or 8 a.m. killing the vibe, shouting at us that we did not clean the house. Bruv, really, we were drunk the entire time. We were having fun, we were living it up, and it was a sweet 16. Do you think that before we all go and pass out because we're so drunk, we're gonna start picking up papers and old cigarette butts and stuff like that? Are you mad? Anyway, now they had to pay. Now my parents had to pay the DJ, who I was obviously making out with the night before, to get back at my boyfriend. And my parents found out, I don't know how, somebody told them that, well, your daughter was making out with the DJ, who was clearly 19 or 20 years old, an older man, right? Basically a man. And someone told my parents that, and my parents were like, well, now we're gonna be smart. You see, that's the thing when your parents are gangster. They can take advantage of any situation and make it benefit them. So my parents were like, well, we're not gonna pay you for the set you did last night at the Sweet 16. And this guy was like, why are you not gonna pay me? And they were like, well, you were kissing our daughter, who's a minor, by the way. And he's like, what? I thought she was 16. Everyone was saying that she's 16. Remember the lie? Yes, that was the lie. So he was like, what? She's 16. Everyone was saying that she's 16. And my mom was like, 16? Wait, did you see proof that she's 16? Who told you that she's 16? And he's like, well, her boyfriend said. And now this guy fucking outed me because, like, my parents are like, you have a boyfriend? At your fucking age, you have a boyfriend? And I was just like, no, I don't have a boyfriend. What the fuck? This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I threw him under the bus, bitch. I know I'm so selfish, but it's fine. Anyway, I'm older now. So, yeah, my parents were like, well, if you really demanding, well, he left. And then he came back with his mom. And the mom was like demanding his money. They were supposed to pay him 3.5 for the event, for playing the set, sorry. And my parents were like, yeah, we're not going to pay your son for his music that he played. And the parents were like, why? And they were like, well, he was making out with our daughter who's a minor, so if you want us to pay him, we'll pay him his full money with extras on top of that, and then we can all visit the police station, because what you did was like sexual assault. What you did was sexual assault to a minor. And so they left the money. They were like, well, fuck it, we don't want the money then, because we don't want to deal with the sexual assault case. And also, my dad was also powerful with the police force, because he had friends in there, like detectives and sergeants and or whatever, high ups. So my dad could make anything happen and disappear. So yeah, that was the end of the party. The guy he DM'd me on Facebook, told me to fuck off. And Floyd blocked me everywhere. His friend also posted about me on Facebook, I think. Was it a friend or him? I can't remember. But there was a post about me. Apparently, I never read it. My friends read it. So, yeah. And that was the last time I ever spoke to any of them or heard of any of them. I don't know if they're still alive, married, dead. I don't know. But that's the story, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.